Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, My Project Ideas. Today we are going to make a Java project on attendance management system. Let us begin. Let us first see the requirements. You will be requiring a Java IDE. You can choose any IDE of your choice and a swing module to create a good looking interface. Let us now understand the working of the source code. Here is my main method. I am passing an object of attendance class. It's a GUI form, so to create one you need to go over here in the project package, click on new, then click on Swing UI Designer and then click on GUI form. Two files will be generated, the .form file for the UI and the .java file for the code. Let's see our UI first. This is my panel and I have named it as result panel and provided few margins over here. These are the text fields. I have named it as name data, total classes and attendance respectively. This is a combo box and I have named it as subject, and to add data to it, under go to the model section and you can add your data over here and then press OK. This is the table, and do not forget to add the table under the JScroll pane. These are the buttons over here, and to add the functionality to the button, right click onto the button and go to create listener. Some code will be generated into the Java file. Let's move to our code. This is my class and these fields will be generated automatically once you design the panel. This is the object of JFrame class, and using this attendF variable of type JFrame under the constructor, this is the constructor, we'll be calling these methods. So it will make sure that whenever we create an object of attendance class, this form appears onto the screen. Okay, table data is a method which I have created to extract data from the database into the JTable. We'll be seeing the code in a minute. Let's see our add button code. So we are checking over here if the name data, which is our text field, the attendance is null or not. If they are null, then pop up a message, please fill name and total classes fields to add record. Okay, else if the user has entered the name and the total number of classes, it will run this query, insert into attendance. This is the table name. These are the attributes: name, subject, total classes, classes attended, total attendance. Okay, so it will be stored into the database, and this is the syntax will be which we use when we run the query from the prepared statement. So build the connection, pass your URL and the username and the password, then call this method prepared statement SQL uh, and pass your query SQL to it, and using this particular statement variable of type prepared statement, we'll be calling this method set string. Since all the fields are of type string, we are calling only set string. Otherwise, if it was integer type, then we'll be using set int. So at the first index, this starts from the first index and not 0. So at the first index, we are storing the name, at the second, the subject, and at the third, the total classes, and at the fourth, the attendance, and at the fifth position, the percentage. So we are formatting it in 2 decimal format, and we are concatenating with percentage sign over here. So we are using this attend variable over here to calculate the percentage. We are storing the result in this variable. Let's see this. Let's see the functionality. So we are parsing the attendance, okay, which the user has entered, and we are dividing it with total classes and then multiplying it with 100. Okay, and then we are storing the result in attend of type double, and then we are providing the result over here, so that the database should get this percentage into this attribute total attendance. Okay, now we'll call this method execute update and pop up a message student added successfully. We'll be using JOption pane class and call this method show message dialog. Okay, then we'll set this attendance text field to null, and catch exception if there is any, and again call this method table data. Okay, this was all about the add button. Let's talk about the update button. So over here we are similarly calculating the percentage over here, and then storing it in the string type. Attend1 is the string type variable. We are just changing this double to string over here. Okay, and this is the SQL query, and we are changing the query accordingly. So if subject is get selected index 0, so at the 0th index our physics subject is selected over here. So if it's 0, then run this query, update attendance, set classes attendance to the data provided by the user, attendance.getText, and total attendance as this string. It's of type string, so we have stored it in this variable of type string. Okay, where name is this particular, which is entered by the user, and subject is physics. Okay, so this query should run if the user has selected the subject physics. Else if it has selected the first index, which is the chemistry marks, so this particular query will run. This is the same query, only subject changes. Okay, similarly with maths, if the index is 2, okay, else the index is 2, so we are using this query. Okay, so after the user has selected something, we are building the connection and using the prepare statement to run the query, and then executing this method execute update, popping the message attendance updated successfully, and catching exception if there is any, and finally calling this method table data to extract the updated data. Okay, this is the mouse listener. To add a mouse listener, go over here in the UI, then go to the table, right click onto the table, then go to create listener, go to mouse listener. What it basically does that over here in this particular row, under shape round is present, and under color red is present. Okay, this is data. So whenever a user clicks on it, this particular row is selected, it can extract the this data round and red. Okay, so we can populate this data particular extract the data and populate the data onto this text fields. Let's check the functionality. Okay, so we will be utilizing this dm variable of type default table model, and we'll be getting this from get model of from the table. Okay, this is our table name. We'll be calling this method get model and storing it into this dm. Okay, and then selected row index is calculated from this method, and we'll be storing it into this select row. Okay, so we have the row, and we can choose the column over here. We can enter this 0. At the 0th place, the name data is present into the table. Okay, so it will extract that data by calling this method get value at. It requires the row and column, and we will be converting it into string. Then this particular data from that particular row is extracted, and it will be the text field of name data will be populated. Similarly, the attendance text field and the total class text field. Okay, this attendance is present in the third index, and the total class is at the second index. Okay, let's now see our table data. We are running this query select all from attendance. This is the table name. We are building the connection, passing the URL and the root and the password, and using the statement and calling this method create statement, and storing the result of the query into the result set by calling this method execute query. Okay, and passing our query over here as parameter. Then we'll be using this uh, table dot set model method, and I have passed this method which I have created on my own, but instead of this method, you can call dbutils dot result set to table model method, and you can pass your result set to that method. It will work in the same way, this build table model. Okay, so I have added the build table model over here. This is the method, and it's exactly the same method. Okay, so let's run our program. Okay, I have added this particular data. Let's click on it. So the name is extracted, and it this name text field is populated with the name Aman. Similarly, the total classes and classes attended got populated. Okay, let's add another. Let's say Ayush, and I want to add the physics attendance. The total classes remain the same, and let's say classes attended is 3. Okay, add record. Student added successfully. So over here you can see the percentages, the percentage attendance, and the classes attended, the total number of classes, and the subject. Okay, uh, let's say we want to update it, not 13, and let's say it's 15 or 17 now. Okay, let's update it. Okay, it got 17, and the percentage also changed. Similarly, if we want to add update chemistry. Okay, so um, let's add record. Okay, chemistry marks got added, and similarly you can update it. So it is working fine. I hope you understood the working of the code. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting project ideas.